Okay, so let's begin. So this is basically my showcase for a project that I developed. It's basically a recipe book website that uses React.js, mainly JavaScript, uses API integration, uses not as much of the other languages, not as much HTML, a lot of style wrapping, a lot of route rerouting, a lot of HTTP wrapping, those type of things. Okay, so let's just go through the code in the first place. So this is where most of my code stored. The two main pages that I have is the three main pages I have is the home page, the after you search page, the cuisine page, which includes the different cuisines, and the recipe page, right? Okay, this all comes under pages. As you can see here, you've got these 4 pages, right? With the components of each page, right? On the home page, we have the popular trending options component. These dairy-free and protein were supposed to be implemented in the home page. However, there's a few issues with that. We can sort it out on a later date. But the main priority was the veggie and the trending. I just needed to showcase something. The categories, which is on the home page, the search button, which is on the home page. These are all components of the home page which get imported to this, as you can see here. Okay, so let's start it. And the thing with this is, depending on the API, depending on the day, depending on how how it fills the API, for some reason I'm using Spoonacular, which is an API database that basically gives you recipes for anything. It's got different tags and stuff. So let's just begin. Let's just stop waffling. You know what I'm saying. So let's get cd into biz kitchen. Yep. And then npm start. And it starts the website. All right. Boom. There we go. All right. Perfect. Now, good. The API feels like working today. We'll give it a little bit, but as you can already see, you've got the trending options, which I previously named popular. Just changed the last minute. You've got the vegetarian choices as well. And I'll go into the recipes for a bit, but let me explain each of the components. So this is the home page. And this is the logo that I've also used style components to create. These icons, style components imported from React icons. And everything here is with React.js, which is kind of crazy to me, and I learned that along the way. I really liked React.js, very simple, developed by Facebook, I think it was, and it just makes things a whole lot easier. No CSS, barely any HTML, everything's in JavaScript, quite easy, quite simple. Even the routing, it's very simple. You just import stuff from a React database, and because it's so community based, everything that you want, someone's done it before. All right, let's stop waffling. Let's get into it. This is what the recipes look like. So you've got the image of the recipe, normal stuff. There's not really any point in explaining this because this isn't the focus of what I'm trying to show you. It's mainly how the API works. So when I press the button, basically the recipe was already there. If I go back, you can see this has no URL like extension, no slashes, no anything that defines it. So the home page is the default page, right? I press this, and because it was on the home page, it doesn't have a specific ID. These change every 24 hours, as you can see here. Let me just go inspect. You see something. All right, so let's go into application. Let's go into localhost, and this data. This timestamp is responsible for updating the recipes every 24 hours. This data updates every 24 hours. As you can see, protein is one of the ones that I tried implementing. It's having a little bit of issues, so that will come out at a different date. But veggie, it refreshes every 24 hours. So let's get back to it. The thing with this is these ones, funny enough, it does not have, because they're just buttons on the same page. It's not loading a new page or anything. It does not change the URL. So I go into it, pops up with the overview, pops up with the procedure. Looks quite nice, very presentable, nothing too fancy. Gets the job done, and I can follow this to the key and pretty much make this website. It's got the steps as well, which is pretty quite easy. It gives a bunch of information, $2 per serving, daily intake requirements, the macros of fat and protein. Doesn't give carbs, which I don't know. This is an API thing. It's not really something that I can control. This information API, This information API, this BizWaz, sorry, this React coding, right? Now let's stop waffling about this. Let's actually go on to, hope it's recording. Okay, let's go to, let's say search. Let's go cookies. This is very easy. Cookies is very easy. Okay, boom. As many cookies as you can think of. Normal cookies, cookie cakes, this and that. Don't really care about the ingredients, but however, this was more, the reason I made this was more towards because, you know, my mom likes baking and shit. So I would like to give her some recipes like that, you know, just so I can eat them. You know how it is. Anyways, even pressing that, I forgot to tell you, sorry. Let me stop getting distracted. All right, so the URL changes, and this is how it knows what recipes to pop up. So if you saw in the code, in home, in search, in pages, all right, search. Okay, so the way that this component works, so searched is the one that does the searching. So this is responsible for showing everything up. The components, however, this is responsible for that little bar that you saw at the top. This is literally just all style. Just put in something, and then this transfers to searched. It imports information from whatever I put into search. That takes it to pages, and the page that shows up is directly related to this routing. So this change, when I click that button, it changes the path to this, and then this colon search is whatever I put into it. So the fact that searched and chocolates, because I put chocolates here, showed up with chocolates there. Give me a bunch of recipes. That's pretty much the search function. Not really any point explaining it more. It's quite simple. One thing I was very confused about is I thought I could drag it with a scroll. Like I'm using my trackpad right now. I thought I could drag. I've got to scroll like this, or just if anyone's as stupid as me, I just put arrows. It makes it a lot easier if they don't know how to scroll by dragging it. So I just did that. It's quite seamless, very interactive. The only thing is the API pictures. I've rounded off the edges, but they're just clapped, so I can't really do anything about it. Same with these ones. Most of these ones are fine, but yeah, that's how it is. Finally, the cuisines, the icons. Cute little gradient going on, orange colors when I choose it. You know, Thai food here and there, Japanese food. These do refresh 24 hours as well. This is not Thai food. This is Japanese. So pull that up, you absolute monkey. There we go. Perfect. See, that works same way as I choose the recipes, and it'll show up with a picture, overview, procedure. Some of them, they do not show up with the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is quite frustrating. So let's go back. Let's see. They don't just start spazzing out for no reason, but in certain situations, you know, they do. Recipe 1, pour, cooked. Yep, finally they give the instructions. So you know how it is. It's a hit or miss sometimes. Let's go with something simple. Best chili, baked sweet potato fries. There we go. This is simple. So it does show it up. Anyways, I am getting tired of speaking. So this is my recipe website with API integration that I learned to use React.js through. Learned about routing, learned about styled components, learned about wrapping, learned about all these things. Made me proficient, quite proficient in React, and these different like file integration. I'd say very API integration is quite easy, so didn't really have an issue with that. Sorry about that. That's damn. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.